Good morning, friends, and welcome to Take Two for this Tuesday, the 18th of December, 2018. We're in the home stretch now. Christmas is right around the corner. Are you ready? Well, I'm sort of ready. Yesterday I decided, I'm Jeanne, by the way, and yesterday I decided I would go ahead and have one more visit to the department store to pick up the last last minute things. And so I was in the store, and what I'd like to talk to you about happened because of my visit to the store yesterday, and that's helping out when and where you might be needed. Now, I was at the checkout by Fine Jewelry, and I was just kind of browsing, looking at costume jewelry, novelty jewelry, just for fun. I really wasn't going to buy anything. I was just kind of looking. And as I was looking, the poor little gal at the register seemed a little, frantic, and she was just going, and she was trying to ring people up, so we just kind of struck up like a casual conversation, and as we were doing that, somebody was on the other end by the watches yelling out questions. Is this watch this? Is this this? Is this that? And this poor little gal at the register, she had no idea what was going on, and she leaned over kind of confidentially to me, and she said, "This isn't even my department." She said, "I normally work in customer service taking credit card payments and wrapping gifts. They just were short one and they needed somebody, so they called me over, and I don't know any of this." And I said, "Oh, well, go ahead. Go wait on them. That's fine. You don't need to wait on me right this second." So she did. She left, and she went and she waited on these other people, and they were asking all kinds of ridiculous questions that she couldn't possibly know the answer to, but me, because I worked in fine jewelry for so many years, I knew the answers to those questions. So she said, "Well, go ahead and look at those, and I'll ring her up." So she came to ring up my purchase, and while she was ringing me up, I leaned in and I told her, "Look, this is this, and this is this, and ABC." And she said, "Thank you. How do you know that?" I said, "Well, I sold jewelry for years, and that's the answer to that question. So just so that you know." She said, "Thank you so much." And she went, and she was able to wait on them and take care of their needs. Well, I started thinking about how two examples of helping out when needed was in play there. First, this poor little gal who normally just takes credit card payments and wraps gifts suddenly was called upon in a place where she really had no qualifications except she knew how to work the cash register. That was just the extent of her experience in that store, in that department. So she went ahead and took on the task and went over there and worked that part of that shift, helping out. She had to call for the manager a couple of times to help her out, but the manager was able to come and help her. And so that was the first example of helping out where and when needed, especially when she had no qualifications. And the second was what I got to do, which I was so grateful. I was able to help out by giving her the information about how to answer the questions that those customers had about the items that they were looking at. And I started thinking about all the times in this life, particularly at this holiday season, boys and girls, where you might get called upon for something you have no qualifications for, or you're least expected that you're supposed to be doing that. But I am going to encourage you to take that extra step, to step out and do something to help others, particularly even if you are not well versed in that skill or in that gifting, or it's just something that's maybe worker bee work, like maybe somebody is calling upon you to help at a shelter, maybe to go serve food to needy people, or to wrap packages, or to carry things for people, or even if you have that frantic mother who's shopping and trying to buy groceries, toys, and everything else with kids running around and screaming in a crazy department store, maybe you're the one who's going to get called upon to maybe let them ahead of you online, or maybe even help them wheel their stuff out to the car and help them and strap their kids in their car seat or whatever it is. Just, as long as it's something that's not, stepping over boundaries. If you're asked upon to do something kind to somebody, or even if you're not asked upon and you just see a need and it's something that you could safely and wonderfully fulfill for them, my encouragement to you is, boys and girls, go do that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because A, it makes your heart feel happy, and B, you are being a blessing to somebody. So go be a blessing to somebody today, boys and girls. You might end up being the only one who is. In this time of season where people are selfish and loud and angry and pushy and all that, don't do any of that. Go the other direction. Step out and do something when you are called upon. And whether, as I said, whether it's someone actually calling you to do this task, or it's something that you are being just kind of urged in your heart to do, and that's how you're being called upon, don't miss that opportunity, okay? Hey, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Jeanne Sigler, JeanneSigler. Click the subscribe button, and also don't forget, great holiday programming, great music, great everything, great greetings. Please, by all means, tune in to WRMZ.org and click that listen button. And you know what? You may get called upon to make a donation to Ram FM so that we could stay on the air. We got a busy 2019 ahead of us and a lot of big expenses roll around in January. So if you feel so led and you want to do something special for us at Ram FM, please, by all means, go to WRMZ.org and click the donate button. Okay, everybody, have a blessed day. And if you're called upon, don't hesitate. Do it, okay? I love ya. Bye-bye. I'll see you tomorrow for Hump Day.